Youth Court is a collaboration between the Davidson County Juvenile Court and the school system, where we allow youth to determine sentences or the disposition on cases.
Youth Court is important because it gives more teenagers opportunity to be involved in something positive on a regular basis.
A system of punishment is not what is going to rehabilitate our youth. And so we have to be more in tune with what really works. And what works best on changing behaviors is a restorative form of justice.
Restorative justice is all about making amends and repairing the harm that's done. For the respondents, it's a second chance, an opportunity to make good on a mistake or bad decision that they made. The young person who is before the court has an opportunity to repair the harm that was created by that mistake or poor decision. It may be harm to a particular individual. It may be harm to an institution. It may be harm to a community.
Being part of Youth Court, I think, helps you become more of a leader. I get to have just a little say in how my environment gets to be, and I get to tell others that, hey, if I can do right, you can do right too.
There's a kind of respect that they have for their peers' opinions of them that causes them to want to change and gives them guidance in the direction in which they need to change.
In Youth Court, we hold real cases against real people. We're not just in mock trials, and it's just not inside our school. We go to real courthouses and we work with real lawyers and real judges.
What restorative justice does, it makes the community whole, it makes the victim whole, it helps to rehabilitate the juvenile that's involved, and it helps them to be held accountable for their actions.
I think the students who are being reprimanded in Youth Court, I think they're now held accountable, and I think they get to see how their actions affect everybody else.
Right now we're just hearing cases regarding attendance. So instead of saying if you're absent 10 days you're going to get fined, what can we have in place? Do we need to give you more tutoring so that we can restore your academic success or restore your attendance record?
The restorative court is an alternative for being suspended or expelled. We help. We try to motivate you, try to get you back on the right track.
I think the respondents are learning that whatever action they have is a reaction to it. So what they do echoes out in society.
I believe that it changes the climate because they're able to be understood, and they feel like they have an opportunity to speak out, where a lot of times children don't get that opportunity. It's the adults speaking around them, about them, and for them.
The big focus are the kids, is the youth.
The reason they're involved in this is because they handle real cases of juvenile offenders.
We usually get a backside story to like why they're missing school, why they have, a bad grade in a class.
It kind of opens their eyes. I should do better because these kids they're sitting here judging me.
We take this very seriously. We actually work really hard on our cases. We don't want to just wing it at this because these are kids that need help, that need somebody to turn to.
Those young people that are actually deliberating and coming up with those consequences are actually trying to make sure that those people, the young person that's done something, it understands the potential risk that they've put themselves in and the other parties as well, and they just want them to understand exactly how hard it potentially could be for them to go forward.
I want positive school culture. I want students leading the positive change in their schools.
How do we make the change so that this doesn't happen again?
We have told them to do the makeup for the play that's coming up, or try out for certain clubs or certain teams, like the wrestling team, the soccer team, the track team.
We had a really smart student. He made great grades, so we suggested that he did tutoring.
The most important lesson I've learned is patience. You have to be patient with the kids. You have to listen to their side of the story, and you also have to be fair with them and let them know how things are, because the world isn't fair like that.
The kids are actually holding a truancy docket, so they're actually hearing cases of fellow students with their advocates and parents in the room under the supervision of a juvenile magistrate and other court officials, so the kids are actually operating under the auspices of a real court of law, sanctioned and supported by the juvenile court system.
So we can take what we know and from our experience, and we can get the real world knowledge, and we can make a good decision.
A lot of the kids that we see coming in from Cane Ridge that we have have actually changed a lot. They've changed around everything, and they've actually been successful through the youth court. They haven't been able to come back.
Youth courts helped me, influence me a lot, and other students at East Ridge High School to become something better in life.
At this point, we recently added Cheatham County, which brings us to 19 different programs across the state.
We're very encouraged and hope that this will be truly a restorative learning opportunity for those children that actually appear before the court.
It's a really good feeling to know that you've helped somebody change their life for the better.